Today I want to share the ultimate pregnancy capsule wardrobe. This is something that I find to be really helpful anytime I'm getting dressed during a transition period, and I think pregnancy is a great example of that. It can be incredibly overwhelming as you're trying to navigate those personal style shifts and wanting to stay true to what you truly love and the outfits that you really like to wear, but then make those necessary updates. So in today's video, I want to go over the capsule that I personally have been working off of. My hope is that this can be inspiring for you. It can give you some guidance, and I'm definitely working right now in the fall, winter, kind of colder weather scenario. So these pieces are perfect for that. But I'm gonna also put in the description box alternatives that I wore when it was much warmer so that you have a reference point for both of them. So let's get started. So another key part of having a really successful capsule wardrobe is having a cohesive color palette. Now, if you have a color palette for your wardrobe already, this is going to be really easy for you. You can just isolate those pieces that you love, the things that are going to fit you during pregnancy, and then find the common theme and the common color palette within that. And that's kind of the guidance that I've taken for myself, as I'll show you as we go through the pieces. But if you're starting from scratch and maybe you have no idea what your color palette is in your wardrobe, I have two recommendations. The first is that I go into a lot of detail in developing a personal color palette in my new style course, so I will link that down below for you. And then the other option is to go with your neutral items. So again, find those pieces that are going to fit you in pregnancy, and then isolate those that are very neutral in their color. That increases the mixing and matching ability and allows you to have a lot more flexibility. Now I want to go over the items that I have personally isolated for my pregnancy capsule. Again, like I mentioned at the beginning, this is specific to fall and winter, but I'm going to put the alternates down in the description box down below that are also suited for warmer weather in case that's when you're going to be working on this capsule. So the first thing that I think is really nice to have is a stretchy, slimmer top. So kind of like what I'm wearing today. And my recommendation is something that you don't necessarily mind if it gets a little stretched out, especially as you get bigger. There is a very strong likelihood that that is going to ultimately stretch out the base of that item. So if you don't mind it getting a little stretchy, or you're lucky enough to have something that has a lot of stretch built into it, those are both really great options to consider. And the reason I love this is because having that slim base is something that I really love in my closet and in my outfits. So having that also replicated in pregnancy has been really great, because then I'm able to throw an oversized blazer over it, a more fitted blazer like I'm wearing today, or an oversized jacket, or even just an oversized sweater. And I'm given a lot more flexibility, again, working with that one single item. The next item that I've isolated from my maternity capsule is my oversized sweaters, and specifically here, those that are a little bit boxier, again, throughout the waist area. This is really great because it gives you a lot of breathing room, literally, a lot of growing room, literally, and then also they're just more comfortable as you eat and you move throughout the day, and then you do not need to worry about these stretching out. So I found this to be really great. It's a silhouette that I already had in my closet, so I was able to very easily bring these into the maternity capsule, and they pair so great with all of the other items that I'm going to mention. So the last two top layers that I wanted to talk about are an oversized blazer and an oversized coat. And these are both really great because the blazer is wonderful for those days when it's not that cold, or you want something a little bit more casual. And then of course the coat is going to be really perfect as it starts to get a lot colder. So suit the weather that you have, whether you go for just a blazer, just the coat, or you do both like I have. I really love that kind of transition dressing. And like I mentioned in my pregnancy style guide, when we went abroad over the summer, we were there during kind of like the tail end of summer, so it got a little chilly in some of the places we were visiting. So having that oversized blazer was great for me because it was that perfect sweet spot and that perfect in-between piece. Now I want to go over the bottoms that I've isolated for this pregnancy capsule. So much like I mentioned in my pregnancy style guide video, I will link it here for you in case you haven't seen it. I think it's really important to isolate these items pretty early on and ultimately lean into that comfort and find things with elastic waists. This has been so great for me personally because it allows me to move more comfortably, again, put those outfits together that I already know that I love, but also grow into these bottoms so that I'm not having to buy too many things. And ultimately, when it comes down to pregnancy and maternity dressing, this is the only area that I've really purchased items, and it's made a really big difference in the longevity of the rest rest of my wardrobe and given me that ultimate flexibility. So the first item in this category of elastic waist bottoms is a pair of leggings, and specifically pregnancy leggings. So I definitely continue to wear my regular leggings. Some of them are stretchy enough that they've been able to work even now in the third trimester, but pregnancy leggings are so much better because they come up higher. So if you've got maybe a shorter top or something, it kind of fills that gap a little bit. It gives a little bit more support. And then also what's really wonderful about them is the material is slightly thinner than maybe traditional leggings. And as a result, they're easier to get on, which I find to be really helpful, especially the longer I get into my pregnancy. And it's a great alternative to maybe your slimmer pants or your skinny jeans that you're used to wearing, because you can pair those with the oversized sweaters, that slim top, throw a great blazer over it, throw a jacket over it, add boots, and it's just a wonderful outfit. Next is a pair of elastic waist pants. So these are different from the leggings because I think they need to be a little bit looser in the leg, a little bit more relaxed in the silhouette. And there are a couple options that you can choose from. I have two pairs that I've kind of rotated in and out. So the first is more of a crop and it's got a little bit of a kick flare, but again, that great elastic waist. And they're so comfortable. This is the pair that I brought with me when I was traveling this summer because they go with everything. And it was a silhouette that I'm comfortable styling, so it gave me a lot of flexibility with what I could pair it with. And then the other option is something that again is a little bit looser and something that's a little bit longer. This is so popular right now, really current, and I think great for the festive season. It also prevents that gap that you can get from cropped pants. So as you know, I love cropped pants and I love having a boot or a high sock and something that kind of fills that gap for me. But if you want to avoid that completely, going for a longer silhouette is going to be ideal. And then the last pair of bottoms that I wanted to include in this capsule is a pair of jeans. Now jeans are something that I wear a lot in my regular wardrobe, so I wanted an alternate for my pregnancy capsule and my maternity style. And I kind of struggled with this a little bit. I experimented with pregnancy jeans and I didn't really love them that much. I found them to be a little bit uncomfortable. And ultimately I settled on a tip that I saw someone else recommend, which is going for a pair that you would typically wear, but going up a couple sizes. So don't be shy about sizing up because I'm typically 24, 25 in jeans, and now in pregnancy I'm a 29 or a 30, and it is so comfortable and so wonderful. And they give me that relaxed silhouette and a more relaxed alternative to those leggings and those more structured pants. And something that I really value having in this wardrobe, because again, it lets me lean into those things that are very familiar and have a lot of flexibility in how I can mix and match things. Now, going off of the combinations that I like to wear in my regular style in my normal wardrobe, an oversized sweater and a shorter skirt is something that I really love during the fall and the winter. So I wanted an option for my pregnancy capsule. And so I went again with something with an elastic waist. And this is totally up to you if you want to include this or not. I've really enjoyed having it as an option. And I love how it looks with an oversized sweater and tall boots. So this is, like I said, kind of an optional item. If you want something a little dressier, a skirt automatically feels dressed up. So it can be really nice to consider for yourself. Now, the last two items that I wanted to go over are both shoes, and I wanted to give you two options to consider. The first is a pair of sneakers or really comfortable flats, and this is kind of up to your personal discretion. I wear sneakers a lot and I'm still able to tie mine, but if you find this impossible, then go for maybe a slip-on flat, something that's going to be really low to the ground and really, really comfortable to walk in. You can also sub this out for a slip-on ankle boot, which I think is so perfect for this time of the year. And then the last item is a pair of tall boots. Now again, going off of my own personal style, I really love that silhouette during the fall and the winter, and I really wanted to participate in those taller kind of stiletto style boots that are really popular right now. So I brought a pair into my wardrobe. I know I can wear them after pregnancy, and they're really great with those leggings and those oversized sweaters, and again, that skirt that I have. So really being mindful about the shoes that you're going to be able to walk comfortably in, wear really comfortably, and ultimately allow you to have the flexibility with your own lifestyle. That's going to be so important in the shoe category. So these are my recommendations for my own style, but definitely spend time trying on all of your shoes, isolate those comfortable pairs, and then build the outfits around those. It's another tip that I mentioned in my pregnancy style guide, and something that I have found so invaluable during this entire process. And then, like most of my capsule wardrobes, I don't include bags and I don't include jewelry, sunglasses, scarves, all of those things, because those are really the things that kind of stretch it even further. So if you find yourself in a similar situation, I recommend leaving those out and giving yourself full access. The beauty of all of this is your earrings are still gonna fit, your necklaces are still gonna fit, bracelets are probably gonna be okay, and most of your bags are still gonna work wonderfully with that capsule. So give yourself that fun and that flexibility to really experiment and change up your outfits. So to close out this video, I'm gonna give you some examples of the outfits that I can put together using this capsule. I'm also sharing slight variations over on my Instagram if you want to go see those over there and maybe save them for yourself. And then ultimately, definitely make sure that you're always dressing the way that you feel that particular day. And if you're just not feeling it, loungewear is more than okay. You don't need to put together a great outfit every single day, especially not now. But if you do need to get dressed, my hope is that this can guide you in making that really easy and really effortless. So I'm gonna link everything that I've styled down below in case anything caught your eye. Most of my pieces, again, I've had for a little bit, so I'm gonna try to find alternatives, or at the very least, I'll put the name of what I have so that maybe you can track it down secondhand. And like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.